Welcome back, everybody, to the world of Vaesen, to the north, a place of mist-covered forests, frozen lakes, and long-forgotten secrets. The world is changing, railways spread, science replaces superstition, cities grow, and within them, the illusion of safety. But beyond the borders of light, in the deep woods on windswept shores, something older stirs. This is the world of Vaesen, a Nordic horror role-playing game set in 19th century Northern Europe. The players you see around me are members of the society, a secret order cursed and blessed with the ability to see the truth. That Vaesen, creatures from myth and nightmare, are real, and they are not happy to be forgotten. But sometimes the greatest horror is what we bring with us. Welcome to Vaesen. So, welcome back. For those of us that joined us last week, hopefully we'll have a bit more success this week. And for those of you that didn't, just to bring you up to speed, what happened in last week's episode. So our society travelled north at the request of Bergen's commissioner, Olaf Dahl, who reported that all contact had been lost with the island of Værdøya, an isolated port serving ships bound for the Americas. 2 rescue missions had vanished, leaving only a single frozen corpse adrift at sea. After a brief stop in Bergen and a handful of strange visions aboard the ship Miss Paulina, they pressed on towards the island. Julian found hints in an old English tome of giants and hostile spirits in the evening in the region, while Miss Coombe recalled a distorted memory involving some sort of tentacle at sea. Henrik repeatedly endangered himself with the ship's rigging despite medical advice, and Anna found herself unimpressed by seafaring pranks. As daylight faded for the final time this year, and the ship became icebound, we struck out across the frozen sea to reach Værdøya on foot, only to find its port town, Sawland, utterly silent, frozen in time, and devoid of life. Before we go any further, I'm just going to quickly introduce you to our characters, so I shall do it as you have them on your screen. So, to my... Actually, it's that side for you guys, isn't it? To my left, we have Anna Coombe, played by Amy Floyd. Now, unfortunately, Amy can't be with us physically, as it were, because she is in distant realms herself. But Anna is a captain from the British Navy who, following a very unfortunate incident at sea, has set off on a quest to find out more about certain types of Vaesen and finds herself as part of the society. On this side, we have Taika Capella. Now, Miss Capella is from Finland. She is a detective, and she joined the society following being hired by our priest, Henrik, to accompany him on a mission that he was sent. More on that later. And next one along is Maud Martin. Maud Martin is a well-known writer from England, and she is travelling doing some research for a book. And likewise, she got roped into our priest's quest, which takes us on to Henrik Gustafsson, who is our priest. He, following a childhood incident, has been raised by the church and trained as an exorcist. And he has been sent by the Abbot of Sondheim to find out more about the society and to see if he can lend his expertise in the quelling of Vaesen. And then finally we have Julian Summerby, the doctor of our party, Julian is also British. Very old-fashioned soul, who is very prim and proper and does what he can to support people, but can be a little bit impulsive, shall we say. So that is our gang as a whole, and as I said, when we last saw our group of adventurers, their ship had just
got trapped in the ice.
And they had to set off across the ice, where they found themselves here at the village of Sawland. And as they approached land, everything was very quiet. They could see no signs of life. Nothing seemed to be happening or moving around. And so, yeah, people, over to you guys. So should we get you? Let's have you approaching the island a little bit more. So if I just do this little thing here and sync that, all of our people watching online she'll now have a nice picture of the island. And so you guys are kind of approached from here, and you walked up through this bit towards Sawland in the middle here. And as you approach, I'd like you all to give me a learning roll, please.
Oh God! All right, can you roll for me, Andrew?
Yes, of course.
I was literally waiting for Amy to say, "Oh God."
Well, I thought I would throw you all. I always thought I'd throw you all, start off by saying a learning roll. You know,
I learn everything just by looking.
Yes, indeed.
There's some good rolls.
Okay, hasn't passed. That's fine. I think everyone else has. Okay. So, as you approach, as I said, the first thing you notice is the stillness, the fact that nothing is moving, as if everything is completely frozen, and it kind of almost looks like it's been that way for years, really. And it makes you feel like there is a complete absence of any kind of life. You know, there's no bird song. I mean, you wouldn't expect it. It's kind of pretty dark anyway, and it is winter. But there's no animal sounds. There's no sounds that would make you think that there is any kind of life in the area at all. And as you get closer, you can see it's been built as an ordinary kind of fishing village, and you can see there's boat houses around what should be the shoreline, and there's a couple of small wooden cottages there as well. And there is a single street that sort of goes up before you, up the hill, with a few more buildings off the side of it, and then this street seems to lead straight towards a huge building further up the hill that looks like it's carved out of the mountain itself. The structure of this building is very similar to a Viking longhouse, and you all, apart from Anna, you all realise that this looks like an ancient temple, potentially dating back as far as the Bronze Age. Really old indeed. I'll tell you what, I'll take you in to the town to give you a better viewpoint of where you are. So let's scroll out a little bit so I can get this on the screen for people watching online.
And we're coming up through the harbour there to the boathouses.
So yeah, you're coming up you're kind of around here at this point. Yeah, so you've got the boat houses and things there and what have you. And yes, there's the big temple that you could see far away.
It's a nice, good map.
Lots of information that, of course, you wouldn't immediately be aware of, but we can glance over that initially.
She dropped offline for a moment.
I think it was my computer's about to fail.
My phone is dying or something. I think she's on her phone.
Yes.
All right. Well, I suggest to the rest of the group that we take a quick look at the harbor and the boathouses, because that would tell us if people left. Because there has been no contact with us for 2 months, right?
Correct.
So if we take a look in the harbor and the boathouses and we see a bunch of boats, we know that they didn't leave. Because that would be a possibility, you know? Who knows what happened here? Maybe everybody left.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Cunning.
Julian agrees.
Indeed.
So yeah, I said we go up.
Hello,
to,
can people hear me?
Oh, you're back now. Yep.
I'm back. My phone crashed with everyone rolling, so whatever just happened, Anna's just in her own little world and is just now coming back to herself being like, wait, what?
Yeah, Andrew, you're on the rolls for her then.
Yes. Oh no, I was anyway.
And Anna may just drop out whatever we roll.
Every time. I'll try and keep everyone rolling to the minimum, although saying that there will be rolls coming up very shortly.
I've tried to close it on my application, so it's just hopefully just the voice. So hopefully it will be fine. But I will have no clue what anyone's rolling. So if people could let me know, that'd be fabulous.
Okay, that's fine.
So we all did a good job. So
We did.
Brilliant. And what we're looking at?
So basically, you've approached. There is some wooden boat houses around what should be the water's edge, and some small wooden cabin houses, and then you've got like a main street that runs up with other buildings around it, and the far end almost looks like it's built into the mountain is this huge building that looks like a Viking longhouse.
can you just text Anna this map?
No, I don't text anything on my phone.
Okay, never mind.
The poor thing will just freak and die.
Okay.
I'll use my imagination.
Oh dear.
Well, yes, but believe it or not, Anna, I'm about to agree with Henrik and say that we should indeed have just a quick rummage through the boathouses to see if there are boats there. Because as he said, if there are no boats there, it's possible that people left.
Anna looks quite surprised at such a reasonable suggestion from Henrik. It's like, yeah, all right, let's do that.
Come on. Okay. I suggest we make landfall here at this point and take a look at this little harbor zone.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Before we go into any of the boathouses.
So obviously built to withstand the salty and humid winds of the Atlantic Ocean. The houses and the boathouses here are all painted brown and are made from the wood of fir trees. Just nothing out of the ordinary there. Interestingly, several of them seem to have decorative patterns carved into the eaves, resembling like snow crystals and snowflakes. And as you walk along them, most of them are very clearly abandoned and locked up. But there are one or two of the cabins which have open doors as well. But it kind of just feels like everyone just has left. Walking up the road, it's just again like on an old approach, it's very devoid of life.
Are there boats?
Yep. There are a couple of boats pulled up out of the water, as it were. So yeah.
So if they left, it's possible they're still here, but on a part of the island that doesn't have another harbour.
Possible. Is there any?
Obviously you can't tell what's in the locked boathouses.
Hmm.
The boathouses are all shut. I mean,
Can we peek in a window?
the locks are pretty flimsy. Most of the boathouses don't have windows.
Okay.
There are
the odd windows in cabins. There are windows in the cabins, but the boathouses are just solid wooden buildings.
Okay, can we go up to one of the bigger boathouses that look like it would have a larger boat in it that could carry multiple people?
Mm-hmm.
And it's locked?
Mm-hmm.
Taika, then Anna, I guess. Is the order how we go through locked doors.
Is this the priest suggesting that we break in?
Listen, if somebody's in trouble, we're allowed to pick a lock. Or
I
smash
think
it.
it's the time will have definitely passed by now if someone is in trouble, my good priest.
Well, we may have to find out. There might be a clue. Because if this boat is gone, that means that some people have left.
Right? Is
Yeah,
there
I assume if this other boats that we
depth
saw.
enough for me to see under or see over a top of a door, like a gap at any point?
There are. I mean, some of the boathouse doors don't fit flush, but you can't see anything because it's pitch dark inside.
Taika, can you do something with the big boathouse here? Can you? We're gonna take a peek.
Bye.
Thank you.
The lock.
Nice.
Oh,
I'm going to strike a match if I have one about me.
Okay. So yeah, easily lockpick and open. And you can make out in the you've obviously got your lanterns and things as well, and you can see a nice big fishing boat inside.
Surely if they left, this kind of thing would have been used. And it's still here.
That was my thought.
Right.
Great.
Well, I suggest that we walk along into the settlement and we make our way to the one place where, come rain or shine, there's always someone to be found if anyone is to be found.
But just before we leave the harbor, is there a building that looks like an official building that, keep like a harbor master's office that looks like it keeps track of stuff?
There are a couple of large buildings towards the end of the harbour. Whether it's a harbour master's office or whatever, it's hard to tell. You've got and then you've got a couple. So the ones either end of what appears to be kind of like a harbour type entrance. They're both fairly small buildings, but don't have any obvious use to them. Yeah.
Guys, do you want to check those out? If they have records, then we might.
Anna seems to come back to herself and go, "What a rep? No, let's find people, not more books."
Well, I wanted to know if anybody else had entered or left the village at around the same time as the trouble started.
Well,
Yes, if they kept records, we'd be able to tell when the last boat left or came.
Yeah, that's
And
because
also
that might give us another clue as to either what happened here or if there's anyone else we should talk to.
Anna sort of rubs her head and looks further into the land and doesn't reply.
Okay, well, it's right over there.
Are you all right, Anna?
Yeah, just I don't like this place. Just gonna look around. It's
It doesn't feel right, does it?
I don't think we should hang around here too long.
It's
No.
creepy as fuck, which is why I
Yeah.
wanted to get as many clues before we went deeper inland.
Well, why don't you catch us up when you find no clues?
No, we're all staying together here. Sorry.
Says who? You're not going to chain me up this time.
I
Julian
think
has
it's
this big
best-
face, big happy
I-
face.
I think since we have no idea what's going on, it's best if we all stay together. Come on,
All right, fine.
Those two rooms, that's 100 meters away. It's just over there.
All right.
All right. Anna sort of tightens her grip on her saber, sort of still looking at some of the further off buildings.
Yeah. And remain vigilant, everybody.
Okay. Well, speaking of vigilance,
Yay!
Why did you say that?
Anna may be about to die.
3. I am vigilant. Emma is not.
I can
Henrik
still
is
hear
not.
you, so this is a positive sign.
Tyker is not.
Henrik is.
So far, I'm the most vigilant.
Woo!
Yeah.
Was I vigilant at all?
You were.
Hey, there you go.
Okay.
We can't see her rolls, by the way.
Yeah, I know you can't. I'm gonna change that. Hang on.
Okay.
I've got my rolls on private, so I'll just turn that off for now.
On the plus side, I can still hear everyone after those rolls, so this is promising things.
Yay!
I think we did them all one at a time rather than all at the same time.
Nice.
Yeah, potentially. Okay, so yep, that's fine. Thank you. People who are vigilant and doing vigilant things. So the plan is you're going to go and
Check out the
check
rooms
out
that look...
these buildings.
Inasmuch as one can trot, Julian, wanting this bit to be over with, so to speak, because he doesn't think anything's going to happen, trots towards this place that Henrik has pointed out.
Okay.
Anna sort of lags at the back of the group.
So it's again the building appears to be built fairly similarly to the others. Brown painted, fir wood, fairly solid. Bit more substantial door on this one, and it has a single window which faces the entrance to the harbour.
Taking a peek.
So it looks like a single office. There is like a bar, kind of like an entry desk that sort of sticks across the room, that separates the entrance door where you're stood with the other part. There is nothing visible in the room. You just have there's this entrance bar thing. There is a chair behind it, and there's nothing on any surfaces that you can see.
No books or papers or anything.
No.
This looks almost like it was tidied away.
Imagine that, people tidying away at the end of a work shift.
Fake news.
Fake news.
All right, is it locked?
Indeed.
Tyker?
For God's sake.
We are respecting your skills.
Yes, well, as long as you remember, she's not your personal turnkey.
Okay. Enough. A few little. You hear a click. The door is.
Well, then, yes, we enter. That was a good click, right?
Yes.
It wasn't a crossbow trap.
Now, Julian lets Henrik go first.
Well, indeed, after you, Henrik.
I enter the building and look around. I go behind the desk.
Anna's going to stay in the doorway and not go in. She's sort of going to lean up against the frame and sort of look out at the village behind them.
Good idea. Yes.
What time of day is it, by the way, now?
We can't tell. It's
dark
night.
time of day.
Well, you're the one who would have a pocket watch or something. Or is that equipment that we have to buy?
I'm not sure. Just be like guessing. Just for me, not for Julian, so to speak. Anyway.
So what are you doing?
Inspecting the desk and looking for papers.
Give me an investigation roll.
You got it. A 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there are under the bar desk. There are a few cupboards, and there's collections of papers in there which don't really have too much information that's of interest to you. And there is a harbour master's log. And the last record of a ship arriving or departing is dated the first week of September.
What's the date at the moment?
You are mid-November.
Shit.
Was that an arrival or a departure?
It was a departure.
And do we have a name of the boat?
Friedrichsfallen.
Friedrichsfallen.
Yeah. German registered. From Hamburg. Or rather, heading to Hamburg.
Right.
So are we done here? Anna calls from the doorway. Can we go now?
Any other notes or details?
Nope.
That I can glean from this? Okay.
Anna pushes off the doorway and starts walking off in towards the other houses.
Calm down, you cabra. Okay. Okay, I write down.
Is that just an insult you are going to throw out at everyone, even
It's
those
only
those who have not had doubles?
Only those who act in a cabresque way. All right.
What does that mean?
It means that you take off and do your own thing instead of hanging out with the team.
Anna is getting further away from you all.
Okay.
Julian, being part of the team, goes with the sensible one and follows Anna.
Mm-hmm. No, I will rejoin the team.
Okay. So you start heading towards the houses.
Mm.
Okay.
Yes, I think we need to do a slow pace to see, firstly, if there's anyone in, but also how recent it might have been that, a fire was lit. If we can sort of smell recent smoke, or if there's literally nothing to smell because it's just snow.
Yeah.
Mm.
So as you walk up, as I said, some of the doors to the buildings are open.
Well, that's not a good sign.
Houses.
Yeah, a couple of the houses have got open doors.
Well, that isn't necessarily a horrific thing, because in communities like that, they can just trust one another. But
there's a difference between a door being unlocked and a door just being left open, especially in the snow.
In the winter, yes.
Yeah. Do you want to take a peek inside the closest open door?
No, Henrik, I leave that all down to you.
Okay.
I'm heading to the inn.
which you don't know exists yet.
No, excuse me, God. I was told very specifically there was an inn.
You were, I know.
I was. Thank you very bloody much.
And excuse me, Odin, if you don't
Odin.
mind.
All right, whichever. You're honorific.
Just hang on. I just want to take a look in there for 30 seconds. Don't go too far.
Slow
And
up,
it's not
it's
slowing down.
fine.
As you pass the house that Henrik starts to go into, you hear from inside what sounds like a woman singing.
Oh shit!
It's very faint, and it's you can't make out the words. It's like she's slurring.
Where's it coming from?
Inside the house.
Julian sort of stands stock still to listen a bit further.
Those that pass the vigilance roll. This is so Maud doesn't hear it.
Oh, Anna looks to Julian. Do we go to the weird singing?
At the moment,
It's not weird. It just sounds weak and slurred.
Let's just hold off.
It sounds like a nursery rhyme.
Fuck.
Comforting, wonderful.
Anna's going to cautiously head towards it.
We have to check. We have to check it out. You know we have to.
She also draws her sword.
Julian reluctantly slopes, probably with his height, sort of ducks down through the doorway.
I will proceed with lantern and Crozius in hand.
Hold on, why don't the rest of us hold back a moment?
So
What?
you're in a very simple one room cabin. There is a bed over in one corner. Not far inside the door, there is a table with 3 chairs around it. You can see what looks like a crib near the bed, and there is kind of like a kitchen-y area on one side. And the voice is coming from kind of a dark corner, the opposite side to where the door is.
Julian sort of makes sure
It's not quite lit properly.
Henrik, pass your lantern forwards.
I raise it high and step towards the corner.
Is someone here?
Your
Light hits a woman dressed up in fairly warm clothes, and she's cradling a baby, you can see, and she looks up at you, and she's really gaunt. Her eyes are very hollowed. I mean, she looks very malnourished, and she looks up to you and she's just, please don't tell anyone that we're here. Please. We did everything we thought was right. Everything to please her. She punished us all, and now they're all gone. Please, I am so hungry.
Who are you? What happened here? Anna's going to move towards her.
And she's kind of sorry. I'm doing something, but I know you can't see me. So sorry. She's kind of rocking in a semi-agitated kind of way, and almost pacing a little bit.
Anna's going to fish in her pocket and find a snack for her.
Okay.
Julian's going to cautiously step forward and be like, hands raised and everything like, I'm the doctor. Do you mind if I have a quick look at you?
Anyone that we're here.
We're not going to tell anyone. It's fine. We won't.
Everything was right. Everything to please her. But she punished us all, and now they're gone.
It's all right.
I am so hungry.
Here, Anna offers her the snack. Here.
Please don't tell anyone that we're here. Please.
Anna looks up
Everything
at
we
Julian.
thought was right. Everything
Can she
to
hear
please her. But she punished us all, and now they're all gone. Please.
Can Julian reach out and try and touch her?
Give me a vigilance roll.
Oh my gods. Sorry, I took Anna's office by saying that. No! What? No
So
vigilance.
I'm unreasonable, but yet you're touching ghosts. Great.
Anybody else want a vigilance roll?
Yes, please.
Sure.
Yeah, because you're quite close, Anna.
I got a 3.
Oh, looks like everyone is.
Everyone is unvigilant apart from the priest.
Actually, that's a good point. I need to do Anna's vigilance roll. Waiting for Anna's roll to appear on the screen. I've got to do that. I thought I'd made it so people could see that. Anna's passed. Who else has passed? Henrik has. Excellent.
So as Julian steps forward, Henrik and Anna notice that the floor gives very slightly as Julian approaches.
Shit.
And
Can I
you
grab
can-
hold of
you-
Julian?
Wait a minute, let me finish.
Sorry.
And you realise you can see from the outline that he's walking over a trapdoor in the ground.
Oh, okay.
And as he reaches for the woman, his hand passes through her.
Anna, who had instinctively grabbed hold of Julian's arm at the fear of the floor giving way, awkwardly lets go of him quickly.
Is that a fear test for us all?
No.
Okay. Not gonna lie, but that's one of the most scary things that you've done to us, like, for me. I'm not sure why, but that is terrifying.
Is she continuing to go on? The ghost?
Is she still there?
Whatever it is. Like, is she still rattling on while
Yeah.
Julian's hand goes through? Okay.
Anna's going to nudge towards the trapdoor. Should we have a look at this?
Yes.
Anna prods him off the floor here.
Oh, gosh, right. Thank goodness you saw that. We can do. I almost want to leave her in peace, as it were.
Yeah. Henrik, is there anything you can do for her? Anna eyes the craziest.
First, I think that's our last resort. But
I meant like a prayer, not Peter with it.
Oh, very strange for a priest sometimes.
I will stand to the side and try to beckon her with soft words and gestures. Try to get the ghost to move off the trapdoor.
If we can move through her, I don't think we
The ghost isn't on the trapdoor.
Oh,
So
it's between
and
us.
it's a ghost. And it's a ghost.
So
Okay.
Julian just passed through it with his hand, so I don't think
Julian very tentatively and sort of like going as slow as possible so as not to alarm the apparition, sort of starts to get down and feel around for how to open the trapdoor.
it's a very clear catch on the floor.
Fabulous.
Very obvious once you know it's there.
I step back and sort of open it
lift it.
slowly.
So underneath the hatch lie the remains of a woman and a small child.
That's what I
Based
want.
on their decay, Julian, you can see quite clearly that they've been down there a couple of months.
Anna steps back.
And then suddenly the ghost stops, and she steps forward and she looks down. Rest now, my love. We don't have to be hungry any longer. And she and the child disappear.
Fuck.
Henrik, don't suppose you could say a word or two? And he sort of steps back so Henrik can do something.
Well, this doesn't look like a proper burial.
No, but something to just...
Like they're underground, but...
Well, we don't know if we might have to do this for everyone. We don't know yet. But maybe something just for now.
Okay. I will do the standard burial benediction, and I will do a cross with the holy water on the skulls of the mother and child.
Okay.
What do you think she was referring to? Who were they trying to please?
Her.
Yeah. And why would she punish her? What is this? Okay.
Surely the answer is in the temple.
Well,
In the
let's head up-
temple.
Everybody pay attention for weird singing and ghosts. Let's head up towards the inn, I suppose, which is on the way to the temple.
Give me a vigilance roll.
Everyone?
Oh yeah.
I don't want to.
Okay, I'll take my time so it doesn't crash it.
If you don't want to, do one, Anna. I don't have to tell you what you got.
No, I do want to. I definitely don't want to not be vigilant.
One, 3.
Anna got 2. Okay.
What did I get?
You haven't rolled yet.
I have. Once again,
3.
thank you
You
very
got a
much.
3.
You got 3.
Yeah, once again, my vigilance is peak at the moment. I shouldn't have said that out loud.
Yeah.
You jinxed us.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Ability.
So as you leave the house, you get the sense that somebody is watching you through the window of the house opposite, which is closed.
Yeah, they'd be
I'm just
right.
going to
When you-
look at the window. Anyone else
But
going
when
that
you do
way?
look at it, when you do look at the window, there is nothing there.
And is cautiously looking at the rest of the groups, just checking if this is just her having weird feelings or whether or not other people are sensing it.
No, I'm gonna stride up to the door and do the sensible thing and just knock on it.
Nothing.
If there's anyone inside, we've come to help. We don't mean you any harm. We've honestly come to help, and we just want to know what's happening. And knock again. Is the door locked?
Yep.
I'm looking through the window first.
Okay.
Anna gestures to Taika. Taika?
You can't see very much through the window because it's dark. But you get the sense that there's nobody there from what you can see. It looks abandoned.
Okay, can we take a peek in this one though? Because I thought I felt something about this too.
Taika, do you want to do your magic?
It's not magic.
You do. Okay. You open the door. And there's nobody inside that you can see.
Yeah, I really hate this place.
So it's pretty. It's similar, like cabin, like the last one we were in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Julian
Is there
takes a step
anything?
back. That's it.
Sorry.
Is
I'm
there
gonna
anything
take a
else?
step back. I'm not going in.
So just by the way, just for your own stuff, you're kind of here at the minute. Oh, why is that happening?
Oh, not really enough open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
So
I'm just going to take.
I kind of had that when you left the boathouse, you kind of walked straight up here.
Made sense, yeah.
Just a direct line to that first load of houses there.
The paths are probably under a bit of snow anyway, so it's not going to matter as much.
Oh yeah, you got no idea what's underfoot.
That's comforting.
I'm going to take a quick.
What?
Apart from.
What?
Apart from what?
Looking up the way this way. Up in this direction. You could swear that it looked like in the distance up there that there were fresh footprints in the snow.
That I'm going to follow.
Anna, seeing that Julian can see the footprints too, follows him.
Okay.
I'm just going to take a quick gander around the house to see if I notice anything. I'm also looking for like diaries. Would be a really good if anybody had any books.
You want to go through people's private stuff? Okay.
Yep.
Give me an investigation roll.
Yeah, who'd dream to do that?
Yes, who would, Miss Coombe?
Hannah quickly looks at the crowd and goes, I'm walking.
So it just looks like whoever lived in this particular house just left. Everything's neat and tidy. It looks like it was planned. It doesn't look like somebody left in a rush. It looks like they had potentially eaten not long before they left, because it looks like that there has been some dishes washed, kind of just sat on the side. There's ice formed over them, so they were clearly wet. But there is no literature in the house.
Okay, I'll catch up with the others.
Right, so tell us about footprints that I'm literally sort of going like this, so that people don't trample on them. Are we talking boots? Are we talking shoes? Are we talking adults, children, unidentified things?
Adult prints.
Right.
Several sets. Hard to tell exactly how many. There's obviously some they're overstepping and what have you. All adult. You can't tell what sort of shoe, but they're not barefoot at least. And it's kind of heading up towards the centre part. The footsteps are kind of heading up towards the centre part of town. And as you follow them up through that cluster of buildings in front of you, 5 men suddenly jump out from behind one of the houses, and they're holding oars. And they start shouting at you. And
Stop! Everyone stop! Everyone calm down! We're not here to cause any trouble. We're here to find out what happened. Anna, pull that away a moment.
Either inspiration or manipulation, please.
Oh, God. Come here, which one? Where the hell is my inspiration gone?
It's right above your manipulation.
Oh, so it is. Oh.
Okay. They kind of pause and they look at you suspiciously.
We're not here to cause any trouble. We were sent from the mainland. Nobody's heard from you in a long while. Everyone just doesn't know what's going on. We were sent here to check that everything was all right here.
You've arrived.
Yes, we have.
Help!
Can you tell us what's going on? Please, would you put those down?
We need to get out of this place right now. You need to follow us. We've been here 2 months nearly. We're barely alive. There's hardly any of us left. We're in the inn just up the road.
I knew it.
Who are you? Do you live here? Did you come on a boat?
We were sent here to investigate what happened.
You're the party
After
from
everything
before. You're our predecessors.
If you say so. Yes. We've been here nearly 2 months.
Have you found any locals since you've been here?
Please, we need to get out of here.
She'll be here soon.
Who's she?
Get out of the road. Follow us to the inn.
Right, fine. Let's go, everyone.
And they start kind of dashing up the road.
Anna runs with them.
Let's follow.
You reach the inn. Now you can tell from the outside that this was obviously a very cosy, welcoming building. But the windows are now totally boarded up. There's no light getting in or out. And as the person at the head of the group in front of you opens the door, you get flooding out the smell. That rotten stench of unwashed bodies.
Lovely.
a serious hygiene problem going on in the inn. However, there is the embers of a fire in the fireplace, which is giving off some heat, and the inn itself isn't particularly cold in comparison with the outside. And as they get in, the guy shuts the door and leans back against it. And he says, "Oh, we've been starving."
Right. So tell
Give
us
me a
what's going
vigilance, Rob. Give me either
do not
vigilance
like
or
this.
investigation.
I do not like how this is going already. I've
They're not going to
literally
eat us, are they?
I've literally just stepped across the threshold. Oh, blast it. Is this something I should push?
Hang on. I think I'll do vigilance for Anna.
Yeah.
So Henrik's passed, Tyker's passed.
Oh, Maud with flying colours.
Maud
Excellent.
sees everything.
Maud knows all the things
Julian
about
is very
puzzles.
focused on the person speaking, but the rest of you notice in the corner
I know what you're going to say. I know it.
suspiciously looks like human bones.
Fuck. Anna is going to start backing towards the door, pushing whoever's behind her.
We've been starving. We didn't know if anyone would come to us. It's only ones that are already dead.
You stay back. Anna's
Who
leveraging
she
her
had
sword
already
for the person.
killed.
Right.
Don't.
Taken.
Start from the beginning.
We were desperate.
Who? Who is the she everyone keeps talking about?
Well, first, here's a bunch of the food that we have. Here.
Henrik! And it shoots him in the
Henrik!
leg.
They're starving.
We don't know how long we'll be here.
we
I
don't know
here's
when the
some of
others
the
will get
food.
here.
Here's some of the food. that we
Don't tell
have.
them we have food.
I give them food.
Right, so
Okay.
while you're stuffing your faces, please.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. My name is Lieutenant Harold Linden. I am the most senior surviving officer.
And you came on the mission to investigate the island 2 months ago?
Why are we talking to these people calmly? Anna's looking. What the fuck?
Let's all try and remain calm as much as possible, just for now. Right, so, locals, did you find any when you got here?
Okay. Let me When we got here, it was already frozen, which made no sense. It was September. I mean, even now, it shouldn't be as frozen as it is now. This is midwinter. We had to hike across the ice, and there was nobody here. And then at nightfall, she was there. It's the devil. She calls for us with a terrible song. Tries to lure us outside. She's killed everyone apart from us. We're all that's left.
How does she kill?
They are frozen, solid.
She touches them, she looks at them.
You can't see her. You can't be in her presence. She will get you.
Was there,
She arrives every night and leaves again every morning. She will be here soon. The only reason we're still alive is because we stay in here and we do not leave when she comes. After a few weeks of being here, we were attacked by a group. We think they must have been the villagers. They were
calling us intruders and said we must die, we must die. We've captured one of them.
Are they here?
He's in there. And he points to a door, kind of behind the bar area, if you like.
Right. Well, any other survivors that you found? Just the one that's here now. Do you know where everyone else went?
No. If I was to guess, when she comes, she heads up to the temple.
But did you see like frozen bodies of the other villagers?
No.
Did you have a young man who would not have been quite out of his teens among your number that was lost among your number?
There were a number of young men in our crew. There were about 30 of us all told. We left 2 on board the ship. The rest of us came ashore. The 2 on board, one of them, yes, he was just a cabin boy. It was his first trip to sea. He was quite new, maybe 16, 17 years.
I'm afraid that he ended up, he was found.
Well, what happened to your ship, though?
It's gone.
What do you mean gone?
Beneath the ice?
Beneath the ice.
So
One morning it was no longer there.
We need to get the others off the ship. Anna looks to the people.
Well, they're coming. They're supposed to be following us here anyway.
Oh shit, they're all gonna die.
If they're coming here tonight...
Yeah.
When did they tell us they were coming?
They said they were unloading as we walked up.
They said they were going to follow us straight away.
Damn it, yes.
How long until it gets dark? Well,
It's almost dark.
nightfall is we're probably an hour away. We have about an hour before she turns up.
So what makes this place safe? Why does she not come here?
She doesn't go into any of the buildings, and
It's
we've
only
blocked the windows so she can't see in. If she was to see us, if she heard us, then it might be different. But she calls to us. I think she knows there's people here. I think she can feel that there's people here.
But she can't cross the threshold. It's only if you go out to her, yes?
I hadn't really thought about it. I guess.
Right.
She doesn't ever seem interested in going into the buildings. I caught a glimpse of her once.
What did you see?
Big good
How
one.
big?
Biggest I've ever seen.
Like giant big?
Yeah, okay.
She's the devil.
Devil big.
What does she want?
I don't know.
In her song, does she ever call? She says she's calling to you. Is she asking for something specific?
Cannot understand her words.
Do you understand their meaning?
Just that.
Just that you're being called.
You feel it pulling on you.
Does it sound a bit like this? And I hum the nursery rhyme sounds from the ghost?
No.
Okay. Well, it's
Um,
worth a shot.
Yeah. Anna's going to whisper to Julian, I don't want to hole up in this place with these people. She looks towards the bones in the corner. I say we pick another house and we hole up there.
I mean, we can do.
But what do we do about the people coming out from the boat?
We tell them, we intercept them, we bring them to a house with us.
I don't think we have time.
We've got
Well,
to go get them.
What about the guy? What about the guy at the back?
Yeah, we're gonna go talk to that guy. We've got enough
Yes.
time.
What guy? What back?
The one
prisoner
villager
they
that
have.
they have. The
They have a
villager
prisoner?
Yeah,
Anna,
one
who
of
is
the villagers.
just occupied with the bones. It's like, why do they have a prisoner?
They're not just cannibals, Miss Coombe. They're only doing what they have to survive. Which
Yeah, and
we
we're
haven't been in that
strangers to them.
situation.
They're more likely to kill and eat us before they kill and eat each other.
Calm down.
Don't kill anybody.
Anna points the sword at him.
Lieutenant and Captain. sort
At
of
ease.
pulling sort of like appealing to Anna's like of that honorific.
Mhm.
Hopefully. Lieutenant and Captain, please calm down. Captain,
Yes.
don't you find a way to get word to someone? Or find a way to warn them off? There must be some way to warn them away.
Wait, why don't we just send these guys towards the boat? Why
Oh,
don't-
yes,
'cause-
because they're in perfect condition to do that, and they'll absolutely want to do that considering what they've been through.
No, well, they'd like to get back onto a boat and get off this island.
Why are we wasting time?
What prisoner do they have?
I'm going to go and talk to him now and see if he's unharmed.
I think we should send the. There's
you
5
show me
guys
the
here,
way?
right?
Would you show me the way, Lieutenant Linden, please?
Yeah, just through the door there.
And Julian breaks off on his own in his small way for this mission.
And it's going to be. Look, how long does it take us to get back to the boat?
Or to the harbor, I guess.
Yeah.
If you were to go back down to the harbour, it will take you some time.
We'll be able
hang
to
on.
get there and back
Well-
before nightfall.
I couldn't promise it. I
Anna
certainly
turns
tried.
and starts sprinting.
The doors, the houses have windows. She will know you are there. You are only safe in a place like this where there are no windows.
Can we not board
I
up
think-
the windows?
You haven't got time. Board up the windows how? With what?
With furniture, with things, with other window bits from other houses.
Right,
Right,
Julian,
I don't think
we'll
there's
go
time
to you
for-
quickly.
Yes.
So you open the door, and through there is an old man with a white beard. Just like the guys in the other room, he doesn't look like he's eaten for weeks. He's very gaunt and haggard. And he looks at you as you walk in, and he has this big toothless smile.
And he looks absolutely stark raven bonkers. His eyes are glazed. He's looking at you without really looking at you. And he goes, "She's a god! The lady of the cold! Without her, everything breaks, you see. That boy was not of pure heart. We did the ritual as we always do, but the boy... No, he was not pure. He was not pure. That is the only explanation.
I'll be doing this. I'm
See
just
through
looking
that.
over and make
She
sure.
can see through that. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Oh, she can see. She knows. What did you say, Lexi?
I literally just saying that as he's doing this, I'm going to do my whole doctor thing of just checking him over visually and making sure that he's
Observation roll.
all right, apart from being absolutely freaking mad.
I mean, if you want to give me a medical roll, just to check things from a medical perspective as well. And then I should
Medical equipment or
just no, because unless you're using your equipment,
No.
that doesn't help.
Fair enough.
Just give me
One
a medicine roll.
I keep having to zoom up and down my little list here. There we go. 1.
Okay. He looks apart from looking like he's not eaten. He looks in fine fettle. He certainly hasn't been mistreated by any of the people there. He looks in generally good shape otherwise.
What's the name of your god, sir?
Lady of the Cold. He's the Lady of the Cold.
She doesn't have
And she knows. She knows. Your observation roll tells you that you're not going to get anything else from this guy.
Mm. Yes, I was afraid of that.
At that point, and as Anna goes for the door, there is a pounding on the door of the inn.
I'm going to jump up and run through. Obviously, stop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to run back into the main room.
Okay. And then you hear a voice you recognise. Let us in, please. Let us in. From
Is that our people? Is that Captain?
Oh, no.
Captain Harris? Wait, hold on a moment. Lieutenant Linden, this thing always has the same voice. It hasn't been known to mimic others. Right, open the doors quickly.
Wait, sorry, I cut out. What's happened?
They arrived.
It's our crewmates.
Oh, okay, cool. So did Anna meet them halfway? Because Anna had already left the cabin.
No, it was as you were opening the door. As you were going to open the door, they started banging on the door.
Fabulous. Anna opens it to them.
Let me in. We're in trouble.
What's happened?
Bloody cold. There's a sudden drop in temperature. There is something out there. There is something huge.
Get in and shut the doors.
He comes and so he does. I thought it was a ship. But it didn't make any sense. It's all frozen. It's so dark. I can barely see my left hand. My men. The rest of the men. They're just setting up shop by the docks.
You're
welcome to stay with us if you like, but
yeah,
there seems to be something wrong with the fire. We're really struggling to get it lit.
Fuck!
We need to get them
Anna's
up
running.
now.
Anna's running. She's gone.
And at that point, the flames in the fireplace have turned blue.
Oh no! Did Anna see this before she left, or is she already gone?
Oh yes. It's pretty obvious.
Mm.
And you can see the steam in your own breath.
Fuck.
And the temperature drops suddenly. And then in the distance, you hear a sound.
The sound of thunder.
I feel like I want to shout after her, but I have to have faith that she knows.
Are you
leaving, Anna?
She's gone. She literally bolted out the door as soon as Captain Henrik told us.
She's disappeared.
Okay. So I have to just hope that she heard about, a place with no windows.
Well, the last thing I heard her say was
she said she was off. She was gone.
But the last thing I heard was did I notice that before I left? And I said yes, but I've not heard anything from her since.
No.
So I'm.
She's dropped offline.
Yeah.
So
she's trying to come back, but I think we've just got to hope that she gets them to a place that, even though it's going to be cold, has no windows. That's their only hope.
Oh, she's back. Are you with us?
No, she's gone again.
I think the sound effects are too much for her.
Yeah. Take away the sound effects. Poor little phone struggling.
I shall.
On the other green aisle. In the shamrock aisle.
Does she not have Wi-Fi?
Andrew, can you take if you take that off, then
I have turned it off.
Again.
I have turned it off.
Oh, it's still going on mine.
Maybe I've only paused it for myself.
How do you take it off the actual thingy bob? I think this is just going to keep happening for her.
I'm deleting. Right, I've deleted it.
Fingers crossed that works.
Sorry, folks that are watching. The joys of a live something.
The joys of tech.
I've just had a message from somebody whose name I'm not going to mention. I had a message from whilst waiting to see if Anna rejoins us. I had a message from somebody watching that says, "Wait, is Carl back?" From oh yeah, well I was doing the voice, obviously.
But no, he's not.
No.
It was rather a good impression though.
Come on, Amy. You can do it. Come on, Amy.
Come on, Amy.
Come on,
Amy. Hold it.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
Look, you freaked me out enough that now that the sun has gone down, my husband's just opened the door and it made me freak out a little bit.
Okay.
So anyway, you had the thunder. And thunder gets louder and closer. And then the lieutenant says, "She's here."
Julian instinctively sort of crouches.
Vigilance roll from everyone, please.
Oh no.
I have to say my alchemy's gone really, really slow.
Excuse me.
Are you back
with us, Amy?
I'm vigilant.
Oh, I'm back.
Are you back? Right.
The last thing I heard was you asking whether you noticed the flames go blue before you ran out, and then I haven't heard anything from you since, so I just need to know if you still ran out the door. Amy.
I think she just had another reset. She went offline and back online for me.
Yeah. So hang on. Did everyone pass?
I didn't.
Yeah, you see, it's because you made that comment about
I obviously spent it all as well early on when it was unnecessary.
So the rest
of you, apart from Julian, you realise that what you can hear is not thunder, even though it very much sounds like it, but footsteps of something so big, the thud is like thunder in the ground. And it's at that point that you start to hear, over the sound of the thunder, something that I'm not going to play because I seem to have caused enough chaos in Amy's life. You hear a very lilting song, a voice raised, calling out to you. It's ethereal and it's mesmerizing, and you can feel it pulling you towards the door, but you have enough strength to make up your own mind whether or not you give in and go and see what's going on, or stay inside with the door shut. And you hear the sound, and you hear it passing the front of the inn.
Is there an upstairs to this building?
No.
And they fully closed up all the windows, so there's no little slits we can peek through?
Oh yeah, you could probably look through little gaps.
Okay.
In the boarding up if you want. I'll need a stealth roll from you.
Okay.
And then a fear test.
Well, you just need to make sure that you can't be seen back.
I am going to pray to Saint, the stealthy one, whatever he is.
The stealthy saint.
I don't have my Saint board open. I got one, but I still said I was doing it. So.
Well, I have to say we've not had any messages in the live chat today, so I'm assuming that people can hear us all okay. So that's pretty good.
Oh. Sorry, that was only supposed to be 2 dice. I don't know why that happened.
Well, that's right. You got 2 passes. Take the first 2, so that's fine. 2 passes. Okay.
Yeah, Anna ran.
Oh.
Okay.
I'd like you to pray to St. Christopher. Isn't he the patron saint of travellers? To watch over Miss Coombe, please.
Too late.
So as you look out, Henrik, you see quite the character walking past. Huge. Taller than the tallest building in the village.
I already have a personal
Dressed in a translucent fabric that seems to flow around her slender body. She has white hair cascading like a waterfall from her head down towards the ground. Her eyes are completely white, and her lips are blue. And she is one of the most beautiful beings you have ever seen in your life. And she moves past, singing this song, which is it's sweet and terrible at the same time. There is great emotion and feeling.
Can I do a learning roll to try and see if I can figure out the language?
You can if you like, yeah.
I am now sort of calling 2 episodes who I needed to join you all. What's happening? I'm scared.
Is that your end?
That's Anna. That is Anna. Through Emma's.
Oh right. Okay. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Amy?
It just crashed and died.
I've got one phone recording this whole session, and then I've got the other phone open with Amy on it next door. My microphone is currently moving up and down between my face and the other phone.
Gotta love tech.
Fabulous.
I think probably the problem. Hang on. I would imagine that the problem is the journal. The journal takes up so much memory that the more we're rolling, the harder it is for Amy's phone to keep up.
Yeah. It was just crashing, and then each time I tried to reload something else to roll, and it just would shut down instantly again.
Yeah. So you ran out, and we'll come to you shortly. You will find out.
Then it doesn't matter what's happened, because I'm just not there.
Yeah, you're not there. I'm pretty devastated, to be fair. Anyway.
Oh my god, is Anna dead? No. Come on, no.
To be fair, the only question was whether you still decided to go.
No, she did.
She put it in the chat. She put in the chat that she did.
But I don't think she knew about the fire.
Yeah, she did.
See, she
She
did.
went anyway.
Yeah. She went.
Why didn't I come through?
So anyway.
My last thing before the fire turned blue, and then I said that then Anna was like, oh fuck, between like the people on the beach and people the thing, grabbed hold of the captain and yanked him indoors. That was the last thing I said. Did that come through?
No, we didn't get that you grabbed the captain and yanked
The
him
captain was indoors.
Yeah, I stayed indoors with the captain. I shut the door when the fire went blue.
So she didn't run away.
You've put in the chat that you kept running.
I was not invited to be a fear test. Don't panic.
So are you in the inn or outside the inn? Did you try and get the people on the beach?
I don't know. Am I going to die if I go for the people on the beach?
Do you go for the people on the beach or do you stay inside?
Anna stays inside. Stays inside. I don't. Oh God.
No, you do not recognise the language, Julian.
It's not even like anything, I know.
No.
I'm going to try that as well to see if I can pick up any words.
Well, you'll need to get better than 3 passes.
Okay, no, I only got 3.
Yeah, Julian gives Henrik the side eye when he realizes what he's trying to do.
You can't realize that I'm trying to listen.
I can realize that you are metaphorically measuring yours against mine, so to speak.
It's not like I opened my ears wider.
Right. So Anna is in the building or outside the building? Did you try and get to the camp?
There we go.
I don't know what she did. I can't remember. Oh my God.
Flip a coin or something.
Yeah.
Because you saw the fire was turning blue, that it was getting colder, your breath was starting to... You could see your breath condensing in the cold because it was suddenly getting much colder.
I think I stayed then. I don't think there was time. And it's really sad.
Okay. I'll let you off.
God.
I think that might have killed us.
So
anyway, we've got this big giantess thing, goddess, whatever.
That's gone past you and trotted up the way.
It was trotting?
Well, walking with
Purpose.
and disappears from sight in the direction of the Longhouse temple. What was that, Anna?
Is that the direction of the beach, or is it away from them?
Away.
And it still stays.
Okay. And there we go. And it goes quiet again. And the men with you look absolutely terrified.
I turn to the lieutenant and say, so she just walks through town up to the temple, and then does she come back?
In the morning.
So the deaths only occur at sunset and sunrise. Does she sing on the way out?
Yes.
Is it safe to go?
I need to go and check on my men.
says the captain.
Can we? She looks to the cannibals.
Once she's gone, the temperature, it stays cold. It is cold, but we think it's okay. We don't go out though. If you want to go out, you should be all right.
Let's go. Anna's going to grab hold of the captain. They're going to go.
What about the rest of you?
Well, wait a second, Anna. Like, I see we have a chance to get all of these people out of here.
How?
So we should, the
Captain
cannibals
House, what's the
and
state
the
of the ship?
captain and everybody.
The ship's frozen, Henrik. We can't get it out.
Yeah, but they can all go back to the boat.
Well,
Like we can send. You're worried about spending the night with cannibals. We can send the cannibals and the captain and the crew down at the harbor. We can send them all back to the boat. Get them off the island so no one else dies.
No, the other ship sank. It's not safe. We need to get everyone who's on the ship off the ship.
It broke up because it was caught in ice and got crushed, no doubt, with the building up of ice over time.
But there's where
That's
theirs
okay.
was in the
That shouldn't
harbor.
happen to mine. Mine is an icebreaker.
Because it's an
It's
icebreaker.
designed to be an ice.
And also theirs was in the harbor where she comes from. Like the icebreaker is how far off the coast? Because we came here on skis. It's not parked at the island.
No.
I think it's a big risk. We know that they can survive in here, at least for now. I think we need to get everyone back here. I don't think we should risk everyone being on board ship and we don't know what's happening.
Well, that's why I wanted to get everyone off the island.
I vote we stay here at least for tonight until things have passed, and then in the morning, when the temperature is a little steadier, then we can think about moving.
Okay.
I'm going
to go and check on my men in the harbour. You can either come with me or stay here, but I'm going. And the captain heads for the door.
I will go with the two captains.
Julian stays behind with Maud, Taika, and Sebastian.
See if you can get any more.
You're making an assumption that Maud and Taika are staying with you.
Yes.
Maud and Taika, what are you up to? Sebastian's going along.
Well, he's going down to the ship as well.
Yep. He's heading down to the docks.
Yeah, docks. Yeah.
To get the guys.
He's got his gun. He's gonna. I got my gun, so I'm just gonna make sure that everything's all right. I can protect you. I can shoot.
Maud does not enjoy the thought of the party splitting up at this point. Are we staying to keep anybody safe, or are we just staying because we don't want everyone out there?
I want to go and I need to try and ask these people more as well, see what we can find, and also maybe reconsult that tome of ours.
Yeah, we're just gonna go grab whatever crew is down at the docks and bring them back here.
Okay, well, Maud will stay then and have a look through whatever books we did bring with us and try and talk to the people that we found, cannibals and otherwise.
Okay.
And Julian, see if you can get some more out of the crazy guy.
I don't think I will, but
So those who stay behind, give me a learning roll.
Three.
Okay. So Julian, so all of you realise that from Henrik's description of what went past and from what the others have said, that this is indeed a giant, surprising nobody.
Mm.
But with all the reading that you did on the boat, Julian,
you know that all giants are sensitive to Christian symbols, and they can be killed just like humans.
Right.
Unlike most
Vaesen.
Some Vaesen need specific stuff, but they can be killed just like humans. All right.
So yeah.
Good to know.
So
those that head out,
you sort of with the captain rushing along in front, they head down to the camp, and the fire. You can see the fires burning in the harbour's edge. The fires which are no longer blue, but back to a normal colour. And when you get there, every single person is lying on the ground, frozen solid.
God. And it's going to move to one. Is there any way of soaring, or is this are they clearly dead?
Some of them look like they were trying to crawl away.
Oh.
And their faces are frozen in grimaces and mouths open like they were like they're in the middle of a silent scream. And the captain is furious. I'm gonna kill her. I am going to destroy her. Who's coming with me? She's in that temple. I'm gonna go and get her now.
No, Amanda's going to grab her. We don't know how to kill her. We can't. It's
This is in line with our mission.
I know.
We were sent here to remove the threat behind this situation. And with or without you, I'm going to go after her. And
Did you bring a cannon?
Starts heading up toward. You stayed behind, Leaf, did you not?
Oh no, I went down with this thing.
Did you? Okay.
To the arbor, yeah. So I yell at the captain, "Did you bring a cannon? She's huge. What were you gonna do? Stab her?"
He pulls a gun.
Yeah, okay. That's not gonna do much, man. She was gigantic.
Well then, I guess I'll die trying.
Quick note, we've temporarily lost Amy again. Give me a sec.
I thought the last thing she said, she was going to grab the captain and stop him from running off.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what she said?
I am going to grab...
Talking, but I couldn't hear what it was because I was talking. I mean, the captain's big. I mean,
can people hear me?
They should be able to, yes.
Hello. Yes, we can hear you.
I'm back. So where did I get cut off?
The captain's storming off. I thought you said you grabbed him.
Anna's grabbing the captain. No, captain, you can't. You'll die.
Give me a force roll. Oh, God, I have to roll for you.
Roll force for me. Anna's holding him.
Hang on. So I'll roll for you, and then I'll roll for the captain.
She's saving this fucking man.
Now. So Anna rolled no passes.
Oh damn it! Push it.
Hang on. Oh, you want to push the roll?
Yeah.
So that'll give you a physical.
I gain plus two force when fighting unarmed. Is this technically a fight? Or not yet?
You're not fighting. You're just trying to restrain him.
Yeah.
But he's got two successes.
Yeah, I'll push it.
So okay.
Grab him.
Okay. He gets. Otherwise, he's probably going to get past you. Because he's much bigger than you are. He's 2 meters. He's about 2 meters tall. So he's what? 6'5".
Yeah. And it's grabbing it.
Hang on. Go back to you, and then I shall push your roll.
That's interesting. Oh, that's it. Okay, you guys should be able to see Captain and Anna's rolls now.
Yes.
Okay. So as people can see, you failed. He shrugs you off and starts going back up in the direction of the inn.
No, and is going to run and stand in front of them. Captain, you've got to listen to me. You're not going to be able to defeat her on your own.
Then come with me.
We can't. We'll both don't. We need to get back to the inn. We need to talk to the others. We need to come up with a plan.
I was going to stop at the inn and ask the others if they wanted to join me anyway.
What, on your suicide run?
Says you.
Yes. We've dealt with this. Trust me on this. Look what it did to them. What on earth makes you think that you alone will succeed when they failed? You're not better than them.
And he continues walking.
Anna punches him.
Of course she does.
I'm hoping it will bring him to reason.
By punching him.
Look across the side of the sheep.
Hang on.
It's like when you multiply two negative numbers together, it becomes a positive.
That's another force roll. Let's see.
Is that not combat or something like that? What is?
No, force for punching.
But it is a fight now, so she gets her 2 bonus ones, right?
I get +2 to fighting arm.
Yep.
What I get?
Just a minute. You failed on your main roll, and you're +2. Well, you're clearly in a bit of a panic.
I don't really want to hurt him.
So while you miss him altogether, you just kind of swing in the dark. So he's walking back up towards the inn. What about are you going to follow him, Anna? Leaf?
Yeah. I'm following him. God.
I pick up as much of the sailors' supplies that they brought with them at this little camp, as much as I can carry.
What do you mean by supplies?
Well, they came here and set up camp, so they must have backpacks with food and stuff.
There's a whole lot of frozen things on the ground. Bags and they're all frozen solid.
Oh, the bags are frozen solid.
Everything's frozen solid, yeah.
Well, if I can grab one that looks like it would have had food in it.
Yeah, you know what you kind of know what you were grabbing, but yeah.
Okay.
You'll be able to grab a couple of frozen. That's fine.
A couple of frozen lunch bags, and then I'll follow the captains.
Okay. So kind of the next thing you guys are aware, obviously, you get the captain bursting back through the door, looking like thunder.
I've been just sort of like at the inn, sort of seeing if anybody, apart from the obvious malnutrition, has any wounds or any shiz like that.
You look if who has any wounds.
The cannibals that aren't really.
Give me a medicine roll.
They're not aren't really. They're definitely cannibals.
We'll call them half cannibals for now.
Anna's entering behind the captain and standing in the door frame and looks.
Well, I'm useless.
Yeah, everyone looks great as far as you're concerned.
What malnutrition?
Go get a grip, man. You've eaten brilliantly.
I thought that was a doggy.
It was, yeah.
So Anna's come in behind the captain, is standing in the doorway and just looks white.
What's going on?
She's got them.
She looks at Julian there.
Everyone.
They're all.
The whole camp. I want to get her.
What happened to Miss Laconin? Is she back on the ship?
She's in the camp.
Who?
The medic.
I don't know.
I'm very sorry, Captain.
So am I. I'm gonna kill her.
What?
I'm gonna kill her.
We will kill her.
I would like your help, but I will go alone.
You can't go alone.
I don't see why we can't come up with some sort of plan. That means that we all stand a much lesser chance of all being killed.
Tell me, what's your plan?
I don't have one yet. We need all of us to put our heads together to do this.
Well,
You have weapons?
We've all got something.
Then we just shoot her, stab her.
Lieutenant,
She's big, but she's big, but she can't be a contest to all of us. Come on.
Lieutenant Linton, have any of your people or anyone that you know of been up to the temple since all this has been going on?
We've been close. We think that's where the villagers were, but we've not seen them for weeks. Not
Did
since
they
we
all-
got him.
Did they go into the temple?
I don't know where else they've been. They're not in any of the houses. We've looked. We've looked in every window. We've opened every door that we can. It's not locked.
But she only ever comes out at night. At nightfall, properly.
Nightfall, she comes from the sea. She goes there, and then she goes back in the morning. We hear nothing from her all night. Not a sound.
So people only die as she's passing.
We think so.
That doesn't mean we can go near her. If she kills people within a certain radius of her.
No, but it does give us some hours grace at the moment.
To plan.
Give me a learning roll, please, Julian.
Or something.
As the person that's done most of the reading. Or an inspiration roll. Don't
Sorry,
care which.
already done learning.
Okay.
One learning, is that enough?
So you know that giants have access to magic.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be a targeted spell rather than a presence.
How do you mean? What would be a targeted spell?
The freezing.
Maybe
It's a weapon attack as opposed
Right.
to
An aura or something.
As opposed to just her being, it's something that she is meaning to do.
Yep.
Right. What a bitch.
Make it to kill her.
Okay, what about this? If this is the plan, that if everyone's going to try to kill her, which I don't recommend, but she comes back down and she goes back into the sea in the morning. So if we could restrain her outside of the sea, so she doesn't make it back to her home during the day, maybe her powers would be weakened.
maybe we could build like a trebuchet or something.
Or just a pit, if we digged a pit.
I mean, she's pretty huge. That would have to be a giant pit.
That would have to be a pit that we would be working on for weeks.
Yeah.
The ground is frozen. You're not going to dig any holes in that.
No.
And I think you would notice in the meantime.
We can set something to spring load when she walks through it.
Yeah, like a rope or something, or collapse a building in front of her.
We can always try and collapse the temple.
Do we
Oh.
Yeah, Anna's going to turn to the captain.
Sorry, I couldn't really hear what you said there, Anna.
Is there cannons aboard your ship, Captain?
No. We're an icebreaker. We're a merchant ship.
Harpoons?
Are we looking at this wrong if they're sensitive to Christian symbols?
A giant cross on the ground?
Okay, well, that's something we're definitely going to try, unless we have a better idea. We can just put a big cross right in the middle of her path and see what she does.
Why do you need to do that?
What's your thoughts,
We've been doing
Sebastian?
some research on giants.
Well, what's that on Henrik's back if it's not a giant cross?
No, I mean like a big one.
Why do you think it needs to be any bigger?
Well, I'm not giving... What if she decides to, like, freeze it into destruction?
What if she freezes Henrik and his cross?
Well, I wouldn't be standing out there. I was just going to put it on the road.
Send Henrik with the cross.
Why don't
No,
we
no,
just
no,
shoot
no.
her?
We did bring a few books with us from the library and the occult library. Is there anything we can find in there?
About how to kill a giant?
Yes.
Can I just say, Lexi, what have I already told you?
You told me that, okay, sorry.
Oh,
Did you find something?
Lexi's disappeared. Just a minute.
Oh.
It's currently showing that Anna, Taika, Sebastian, and Julian are all offline.
Well, I'm definitely offline. And I ain't coming back.
Yeah, I've got Taika and Julian dropped off at the same time.
I can still see. I can still see Taika.
I'm still here.
Pictures,
Oh, there's Taika. Hi, Taika.
but she's registered as offline in my list of people, so the pictures are not matching the list at all.
That's weird.
And I still have 2 Andrew Slades, one of whom is completely black. Just a dark square.
What's that? Has everyone else got 2 of them?
I had 2 Lexis as well until she left. Now I have none.
Oh, I've got Taika coming back online.
Your tiny weird noises can be heard by everyone.
I forgot.
Shall I mute you for a moment?
No, I'll be quiet. I said just, oh goodness, this has all gone so badly wrong. They're all dead. Oh
Well, at
my
least
God.
you didn't freeze out on the docks with them.
That's true. And I nearly bit the dust.
She did.
Fucking close. Damn it. Wait till Julian comes back and tells us how we can kill this bastard.
Julian's coming back. Just a minute.
Julian. I can't believe I fucking missed punching someone again.
Wild swipe.
I put so much into my force and into my unarmed combat, and I just completely whiffed. Damn it. I don't think Anna's ever successfully punched anyone apart from Julian.
And yet still she keeps trying.
Well, I mean, considering how good your combat skills are, it's
a
I know, right?
Special
it's
The
a
universe
special
does not
skill.
want Anna to. Yeah.
Okay, well, just in case that Lexi's having.
There's, that Lexi's having.
Okay.
Oh, well, that's a bit weird. Okay.
Should we take our quick break?
In case that.
I was just about to say. Julian discovered in his research, whilst those of you went to the harbour, and he would have shared with Tyker and Sebastian, that giants can be killed exactly the same as humans.
So we can shoot her. Anna's going to take her rifle off her back.
Presumably, if they're bigger than humans, they may need either bigger bullets or more of them.
Or more marksman-like shots, to get it right in the eye.
It just gives Henrik a look, and it's like, mate, I'll hit her.
Okay. And also, sorry, Julian, you read that they're sensitive to Christian symbols? Because I thought we read in the book before that they just hate them.
That's the people that hate them. The people in this town hate Christian symbols.
Oh.
That would have been their undoing.
Of course.
I'm starting to think I should convert and then rub their face.
Whenever you're ready.
She takes a half step away from Henrik.
Right, can everyone give me a vigilance roll, please?
Uh-oh.
No.
Or did the captain slip out while we were talking?
Oh God. No, Anna's in the door. He can't just snuck out the door. Anna is literally standing in the way.
Maud is too vigilant to let that happen.
But contemplate would be fabulous.
So Maud certainly sees Julian backing away.
Julian backing away?
Backing away in a leaving the room all by himself again kind of way? Or
Kind of. Yeah.
But Anna's blocking the door. Where's he backing away to?
No, Anna isn't. Anna's very engaged in this conversation because Anna's been quite involved in the conversation. And I think...
In which case, Maud is going to yell across the room immediately, Julian, where do you think you're going?
I'm going to scout out the place.
What?
I'm going to scout out the temple. We might as well know what we're dealing with.
Well, I think that's the sort of thing we should all agree on together rather than one of us.
Since when have we all agreed?
Anna would like to throw Julian quite roughly back into the room, please.
Listen, I have no problem with scouting out the temple, but not when the giant is there.
We don't know if it sleeps.
Yes, but we know it's not here during the day, so it stands to reason that would be the time to scout out the temple.
And we know it can kill people.
Yes, easily.
The frozen bodies escape your knowledge.
There was a bunch of bodies back there, if we weren't clear about that.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we just go and take a look? I mean,
surely it's much easier to plan what we're doing when we know what we're planning for, surely.
That was sort of my point.
I completely support you, Julian.
Thank you, Sebastian.
Sebastian, you back off.
Make me.
Anna already has the right.
Right. Well, come on then. I'm coming with you.
Oh my
And the
God.
captain shoulders his way through to Julian. And opens the door.
Captain, we're scouting out so we have a chance of killing her later. That's my plan.
Anna's moving in front of the door.
If I have an opportunity, though, I will take it.
And I don't think I'll stand in your way if I think it's viable. but I will try and stop you if I think you're going to get yourself killed.
Anna would like to grab hold of the back of Julian and Sebastian scruffs. Stop it.
What are you scared of? Anna, you're not one of the ones who jump straight in.
This is a bit of a turnaround.
I didn't hear what you said there, Amy. Sorry.
Because Anna turns to Sebastian, because I saw the corpses down there. They were a long way from her, and she froze them solid. How do we stop that?
How do you know they were a long way from her?
Because they were trying to crawl away.
That doesn't mean they were a long way from her.
You know nothing about what's going on. Why risk it?
Because we need to do something.
I agree.
If we go up to the temple tomorrow morning when she's not there, we can perhaps figure out what's going on with this ritual that stops her from killing all the villagers. We don't know anything about the ritual. We don't know how exactly they screwed it up, except for what Crazy Guy said. And we don't know what she's doing up there. If we go there when she's not there, we can probably get some clues about that.
100%. That is clearly the sensible thing to do.
And she comes back every night. Yes, every night.
So you'll get a chance tomorrow, Captain. And then we'll all be, and if we can't appease her or get rid of her in any other means, then we'll all be behind you and trying to kill her.
And with a good night's sleep, or as good as we can get, and some food, including for these people who haven't had any in ages, we will have our best chance.
I'll go with the majority.
Anna's going to look at Sebastian. Will you stay? Julian.
What do you think, Julian?
Fine, I'll be overruled again.
Thank you.
Random guy, put these sacks by the fire and make sure everyone gets a good meal tonight.
Anna's going to close the door and then sit on the floor.
Appreciate it.
I'm going to go talk to Crazy Guy while they're de-thawing dinner.
Have fun.
So Anna's closed the door now and is sitting on the floor with her back to the closed door.
Okay.
You won't get anything out of him, Henrik. He's literally loopy.
I know. I gotta try.
Hello. That was her. I heard her.
I am going to sit down beside him and recite the Lord's Prayer.
Your words. He just laughs.
What is your name?
The Lady of the Cold doesn't care for my name. My name doesn't matter. I don't have one now.
Something went wrong. And now things are broken.
Where Where did they do the ritual?
Give me an observation roll.
Yep.
Everybody.
No, just leave.
A 3.
He is not listening to a damn thing you say.
Okay, I'm going to try one more question. What does
He
the
is
lady-
not listening to a damn thing you say.
All right. I remove myself and close the door behind me.
Anna's sitting with the gun across her lap and has closed her eyes.
Okay. Is everyone else going to try and get some sleep? The captain goes and makes himself comfortable.
Yeah, and I thought somebody asked for a comfort break at this point as well.
Yep. We can absolutely take a comfort break. So anybody watching, we will be right back. Okay, can people just let me know once they're back online? That would be
pretty awesome.
pretty awesome. I see a Julian.
Oh, you can hear me all right, yeah?
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Bum, 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 bum. If people can just let me know once they're back, and then we can move on.
Somebody else.
I am here. I'm waiting for Amy to call me.
Okay, cool. So as soon as Leaf gets back, we can continue. Bum, 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 bum. Do, 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 do. So I'll take this opportunity, as there's a few people watching online at the moment. If you are currently watching us on YouTube, welcome. We will be streaming every week at the moment. Should be on a Friday. And we also stream to a new streaming service called Moonbeam. So the website is moonbeam.stream, and on there there is they have what they call realms, which is kind of like organisations and groups and chat rooms, which when you're on it kind of looks a bit like Discord for anyone that's familiar with that, or sort of chat roomy things. And I have a realm there, which is Andrew's RPG realm. If you look that up, it has a picture of my face, which you can't see at the moment, my character face. And we live streams there as well. There are also group chats and stuff that you can take part on in there. And as time goes on, we'll be adding all sorts of other bits and pieces. We'll include things like the annals, which is basically like the journal for the society, which players are all part of. So we're hoping to build quite a nice little community there. So please come and join us there. You can watch the live streaming and stuff from there as well, which is quite cool. I have no idea what Leaf's doing, but I wish he would come back and join us so that we can get on. So yeah, you guys, we're going to assume that you've all decided to have a sleep, and it's quite warm. The fire keeps you warm, and when you wake in the morning, the lieutenant is there, and he's awake, and
As soon as he notices that you're starting to wake, he goes, "She's gone."
She passed.
She's left.
She's gone back to the sea. Are we sure?
Oh yes. She's gone.
Right. In that case, let's pack our things together and head to that temple.
Right. Do you want us to come with you or stay here?
Julian takes a look at, how thin and undefended they are. Why don't you all stay here? Hold the fort. Someone has to.
Right. Yes. We can do that. We'll get some food ready for you to eat when you get back.
I was just about to suggest that. Good on that man.
And you can't help noticing the relief.
Alright, let's do this thing. Open the door.
Sorry guys, I'm back. I got locked out of my apartment.
Why did you go outside? Did you smoke, or do you need to go outside to wee or something?
Yeah, I did. No, the bathroom works fine in this neck of the woods. Yeah. So, but then the door closed behind me, or the old lady who lived downstairs closed it.
Oh, Chloe.
Anyway, and I didn't have my phone or keys because it's warm outside now. I didn't bring my jacket.
Oh, no.
Anyway.
Oops.
I'm alive.
So all you've missed is you guys have slept and you've woken up in the morning, and the lieutenant has told you that the giant has left, departed. You slept through it.
Oh, good. Did anyone go outside? We still have all the
Everyone is still present. Everyone is present and correct.
Okay.
Alright, let's go. We're going to step out and head towards the temple.
Head up to the temple.
Is the captain joining us?
Oh yes.
I don't think he's going to be left behind.
I'm pretty certain he's not. So you head up.
I beg of people to stop fiddling with their microphones.
Whoever that is.
I beg.
Please. It is a slight frustration. It would be lovely if people did a stop. So you make your way up the
little walkway up to the temple, and it's when you get there,
you can see it is very much built like a Viking longhouse, and it connects, goes into the mountain behind it. Due to the state of the frozen landscape, it's kind of impossible to tell really where the temple ends and the mountain begins. And it's got this big curved front. And you can see that the approach to it is kind of like a bridge over. If it was an English castle, you'd say it was a moat. But obviously that's all frozen. So you're still crossing this pathway to the entrance of the temple. And there are still markings on the houses as you walk past, and there were markings inside the inn as well. And if anyone wants to give me a learning roll.
Yeah, go on, why not?
Usually most of us.
Yeah, usually most. Let me just sign myself back in as Anna.
Wait. What does she learn?
Oh, I learned nothing. Blast it.
Particularly as you've been learning quite well
Yeah.
and rolling quite well. So who was that? Henrik's got 2. Maud's got 1. Anna doesn't tend to learn, but we'll just, you never know.
Well, you never know. You never know. Occasionally she surprises us. It's one of those occasions.
No. Anna doesn't learn anything. But the two of you that did learn something,
there's something familiar
about the engravings, and
it eventually dawns on you that it's Old Norse. And the runes translates to the cold we celebrate.
So anyway,
you've made it to the temple. Are you going in? What's the plan?
Yeah, Anna's going to push open the door slowly.
I get my revolver out.
Anna's going to nudge the door open with her rifle.
So you push the doors open, and you find yourselves going into the main part of the temple immediately, which is really just one large room.
Kind of looks like this.
I shall update it for those people that are watching online.
So there's one large main room which kind of is like a great hall, and right in the middle of it you see this huge throne which could easily fit 10 grown men, and all the walls are decorated with runes, wood carvings, and really beautifully done. And
there are other shapes that you can see on the floor within the room,
but it's fairly dark.
There are
kind of like sconces on the walls for torches, but they're all extinguished.
So there isn't a great deal of light in there besides your lantern.
So you just make out there's some shapes on the floor. Anna would like to approach a shape. Is it a corpse?
Bodies on the floor. Frozen bodies on the floor.
Great.
And as you walk into the room, the torches on the walls all burst into life. And the room is flooded with light.
And yes, there are
beautiful carvings in the walls, bodies on the floor, and you can see on the map there's a little mark just here. And right in that spot, you can see right in front of the throne there is somebody kneeling, as opposed to being laid on the floor. But while everyone else is shining and white,
Your microphone's gone a bit, Andrew.
My microphone's gone.
Oh, there it is. Fine.
bizarre.
Just drop your head about. Maybe it's the connection.
I'm not using this.
Oh, anyway, sorry.
I've got my
Carry on.
snowball on, which is
Nice.
there. So yeah, there's while all the other bodies are shining because they're frozen, and it's kind of an icy white. This particular one is still reflecting the light, but it's dark. A very dark colour.
Anna's going to reluctantly walk towards that.
Okay.
I'll walk just behind Anna.
Anna, give me a vigilance roll.
I'm walking just behind her. Shall I do the same?
Nope.
You're up.
Oh yeah,
I've got a roll for you. Just a minute.
Why is it so much worse if I don't get to roll with myself?
Okay, well you've not passed, so that's... So it's just... These bodies are on the floor.
And you walk up to this one, and right in front of the throne, you realise when you get closer that it looks like she's been covered in a dark liquid. And she's holding something in front of her.
God, Anna would like to stand closer to what it is.
And when you get close enough, you realise obviously it's frozen, but she's covered in blood. And in her arms, she is holding the torso of a body.
What age is the body?
It's clearly a young man, but the head and legs are not attached.
Is this the boy the prisoner was talking about, do you think?
Anna just takes a deep step and turns and looks where it takes a few deep breaths.
I know you said something. Something about sounded like you wanted to take a deep breath, but I'm...
Okay, Anna's turned away from it and take a few steps. You're just breathing deeply, steadying yourself away from that.
Yeah. And as you do that, you see the head and legs a few metres away, discarded on the floor.
And turns, she's closes her eyes for a moment.
What's everyone else doing?
I'm literally just behind Anna, sort of realising what she's seeing literally just a few seconds afterwards.
Yep.
Maud is going to move a little closer and ask everyone if this is the boy that the crazy man was referring to in the ritual that went wrong.
Maybe, because that's what, and the ghost also said that there was a boy that wasn't kind-hearted or wasn't
pure.
Wasn't pure.
They said.
Right.
That's what she said.
Which would seem to imply they've done this before, and with the right victim, the giant is ease.
Can I have an observation roll from people, please?
Roll for me, Andrew.
Yes, ma'am.
My rolls are sucking arse all of a sudden.
It's because you said about them being so good.
Yeah, why did I say anything?
That's right. Anna sucked arse. Tychus is great. Okay.
So what do you see?
So Maud, Henrik, and Tiger, you all realise that the carvings and engravings around the hall, you notice recurring image
on a lot of them, in different poses.
Can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
You can't hear me?
Now we can. Whatever you keep doing, stop it.
I'm
I'm not doing anything. I'm just here.
Henrik in particular as he has seen her, realizes that all the way around the room are motifs and images which include the Lady of the Cold.
Can I figure out? There's two things I'm looking at the wall for. One, what is the relationship between the Lady of the Cold in this village?
She's
And
their
number two-
god.
Give me a learning roll.
Okay.
Can I try and figure out a rune or two or something?
The crazy dude already said that she is their god.
Yeah, I wanted a bit more specific information, and also about the ritual too. I was interested if there's a picture of that.
Okay.
Anyway, I only got one though.
So the images around the hall confirm to you that everything is season related. So you have different seasons around the hall, and she only features in ones that feature winter. And one of the images clearly shows how she brings the cold with her, and when she leaves, spring arrives, and there's lots of all the lush grass and the spring flowers and everything come with her parting. And based on the drawings, the Lady of the Cold and the villagers live in a relatively peaceful symbiosis. And from your knowledge, and again, the others that pass this will get this too. This is quite common with Vaesen. The Vaesen and humans can live well together, and obviously, as you know. And everything here depicts that they have a really good, harmonious relationship.
Optimal, but death.
So something changed, something went wrong.
Well, it looks like this thing.
What?
Which thing?
The
sacrifice.
The what's going on right here at the front, in front of the throne.
Oh yes, the rather mutilated corpse.
Julian, can you take a look at the broken body, see if it was like torn apart or chopped up, or?
If you like, yes, I can. What do I roll, Andrew?
Right.
Just your medicine. Obviously, you know it's frozen solid, so you can't really interact with it with anything. But you can have a look.
But I also have my bonus, as it's a dead body.
As it's a dead body, yes, absolutely.
Okay, 1 second. Let me check. +2. Give me a second. I know it's silly, but I always find it easier to add it in, have it as part of the main thing, and then turn it back to what it originally was. Okay, I get 2. So it's good I pushed, as it were. What happened?
It looks like the body was dismembered not by use of a blade, but rather
Ripped apart?
forcefully pulled off.
Oh, God.
Okay, so these people presented this boy to the giant, and she didn't like it and ripped him apart.
Is the assumption that you could make.
Is the assumption that we're going by now, I think.
Why? And why? These backwater villages, my God.
Is there anything in the carvings about previous sacrifices?
Yes, is there a picture of ritual?
Nope.
Anything? Give me a basher trying to figure out what some of the runes say.
Go ahead.
If you're not going to let me, I heard it in your voice that you're not going to let me.
I'm going to let you. Of course you can.
And I'm going to, get as many as I can, and you'll be like, you learn bugger all.
Woo!
3.
Excellent.
I learn bugger all.
Repeated all the way around the room is the cold we celebrate.
That's it.
So do we start? And oh god.
Maud is going to walk past the throne and down to the end of the room.
Yep.
Is there a door to be seen to the inner chamber?
No. Curtains.
So she's going to take a look back over her shoulder just to see if anyone's fancies coming with for some moral support, and then
I will come with. Yep.
And then she's going to pull the curtain back.
Okay. So in this area, there is a rather huge bed. And a wardrobe, a normal human-sized wardrobe, and a chest.
This is where she lives? We should definitely check out the wardrobe and the chest.
Yep.
Yes, I'll go over to the chest.
Okay. So the chest is empty, and the wardrobe just has two items of clothing hanging up in it, both male, for men. Very basic, simple clothes, designed for the cold. Kind of they're fleece lined.
Are they giant size?
Nope.
Male. Human male. Maybe these are ceremonial garments. Do they look it?
Why would she?
Is this sacrifice actually a sacrifice? Or is she choosing a version of a human partner?
Or a son?
Or a son?
Someone to sort of pass on things to.
That would make the impurity make some sort of vague sense. So, does she need another offering? That's what...
Anna from the main room goes, Julian, do not think about offering yourself.
I would guess she...
I'm too old, I think.
Yes, I think she would want someone younger. If
Also,
the boy...
chupacabras are not pure, so you can't be you anyway.
I am not a chupacabra. You don't even know what a chupacabra is from what you are talking about. It's very frustrating.
If I was a chupacabra, I would be offended.
You were offended.
Oh, that's right. By your own logic.
For God's sake.
Stop it, both of you.
Is there anything in the clothes? Any kind of pockets or anything?
Pockets? No.
But why kill everyone? What is the point of all this?
Maybe it isn't a point. Maybe
She's women that are mad enough to kill everybody in the room.
Thank you.
For no apparent reason.
Yes.
Would you be quiet?
Julian doesn't actually laugh that loud. He knows better.
Just got to try and have conversations with them about a collection. I don't understand it.
What?
Ignore Sebastian. Let's.
He's being as much Carl as he is being Sebastian.
Julian, have you broken?
No, I'm quite all right, old man. Thank you very much.
Focus, people, focus.
So, what I think I don't know if this is intentional. Maybe this is just a woman who's incredibly annoyed that the village's part of the contract hasn't been fulfilled. For all we know, there's a symbiosis. She's bringing what she's supposed to bring, which is the winter, and then at the end of that, or maybe through it, she has someone to keep her company in the cold. Like, what's that old mythology? Like Hades and Persephone, that one. Maybe it's similar to that.
Yeah, but Hades isn't going to renew women every single season. I don't think this is alright.
No, but Demeter, when she was looking for Persephone, this world was suddenly and gesticulates vaguely about.
Okay, but the only problem with that is if she wanted this arrangement to continue, why would she kill all the villagers?
Because she's annoyed.
Okay,
Obviously,
but then if she kills all the villagers, they'll never be able to rectify the situation. They'll never be able to give her a second offering.
You've never been a hormonal woman, have you, Henrik?
Julian, Anna gives Julian a look. Like, fuck you, mate.
I say this as a doctor, thank you very much. I have every respect for hormonal women, I can tell you.
Oh my god. Anna's looking like she's seriously considering trying to punch one other person this evening and feeling like maybe not.
It's all right, it won't land. So this... Oh, blast. So this bed, is the bed big enough for a giant?
Yes.
Right.
I did say it's a huge bed.
Yeah, but this must be where the husband presumably lives throughout this time, but as a possibility, of course. But some giants don't even like us. Maybe he's just a sacrifice, but then that sacrifice out there went wrong. Oh, this is so confusing. Is there anything on the walls that would show some kind of
Are there any
union?
carvings in this room that we haven't looked at?
Henrik.
No, this room is laid out quite nicely. It's kind of like there's like drapes around the walls. It's very soft, warm in feel. Comparatively so.
Do I think of what?
Henrik, you do exorcisms and stuff. Is there a way we can commune with the dead at all? And it's going to gesture at the general horror around them.
Well, good people let the dead rest in peace, but Maud has went to the occult temple before we left.
Oh, Anna's going to look at Tyker and be like, oh, was it Maud who went to the occult temple?
Maud did. Not entirely certain what she was doing, but she followed Henrik's instructions and went to the occult temple.
Maud, do you think you could commune with the dead?
Possibly with some guidance?
Anna looks to Henrik. Would you offer the guidance?
Good people let the dead rest in peace. I'm not on board with any seances, but I will join as a society chaplain. I will join if you ever try to attempt one. But I don't know anything about that.
We need to know what's going on here. We need to know why the sacrifice didn't work. We just need to find out if there is a sacrifice, if this is some sort of weird sexual...
Before we ask the dead, Could we not get any more out of the living, now that we know what we're talking about?
We don't have what living.
But we only have one. We have one villager and one ghost. We can go try to find another ghost, or go back and ask the previous ghost. But she just kept repeating the same thing. So did the villager. So we have nobody who actually knows anything about this ritual available to us right now.
We did everything that was right, everything to please her, but she punished us all, and now they're all gone.
Yeah.
Do we just kill her? Anna raised her arms, not really sure what to do anymore.
Well, we have basically two courses of action. One is to try to save the relationship, which means performing another ritual, I guess, and not getting killed while doing it. Or setting up an ambush for her, probably here at the temple.
If the relationship is giving away a young man to her every season, I don't think that's a relationship we should allow to continue.
There's also no one here. There's no population that needs winter and spring and all the other seasons to keep coming and going.
And we have no one to give her, if that's the case.
Not that we would anyway.
Right.
It would be more of an encouragement.
What was that, Julian?
I was just saying it would be more of an encouragement. But we don't know if that's how it works, even though it begins to look very like it.
Well, the captain can lay underneath the bed with two guns pointed up.
I don't like that plan.
No, the other captain, not you.
But
See, this is why I had to sleep away last night. She sleeps here during the day.
Yeah. Is she just coming here to sleep?
Or I assume because it's part of the ritual, she sits on the throne for 20 minutes checking her phone and then goes to bed.
What the heck are you talking about, Henrik?
So, well, the point is that I don't know where else to go for more information unless we go door to door looking for ghosts. So if the captain's, if we know that she sleeps here on this bed, then that would be a good place to ambush someone who is mortal and can be killed by conventional weapons.
Look, I think we're wasting time. There is no other information here. We just need to kill her.
Well, the captain and Anna could hide in the water.
That was the agreement that we had. We made a plan to kill her. I don't know why you're making a fuss about everything else.
We don't know the full story here. We don't know what's going on.
Don't care.
We don't even know that if we kill her, she won't be replaced.
Oh, I guess so.
Replaced by who?
Another cold giant.
Well, look. From
Because
listening to you guys prattle on to each other, according to what was going on in here, they always getting on all right. And we've been using this place for a long time, so maybe she's just lost it. And if we get another one, great. It's like getting a new king or something, isn't it?
What do you know about this place? The captain. Like, how secret do these people keep to themselves? Like, are men vanishing every season? What's happening here? Do you know anything?
Not a clue.
I
have eaten here.
For all we know, it's just a case of a husband for a season, so to speak, and then he goes about his business. We don't know.
But I'm saying if that's the case, if he's being offered, I still don't agree with that.
Look, there's got to be a reason why he's being held by that woman.
I think
let's go look at the woman. Anna's going to move back to the woman and try and examine her more closely.
This is the woman who's covered in blood holding the torso.
Yeah.
And do we think then all the other bodies were simply witnesses?
Or they could have been trying to
It's the
help.
big winter ritual. I'm pretty sure not just one person. Oh shit, Dave, you forgot about the winter ritual. Quickly run up to the temple when the giant walks past.
It's always Dave, isn't it?
We know that not everyone was there because there were bodies in other houses.
Only the two that were hiding under the trapdoor.
Well, we didn't check all the houses. There's probably other ones.
We looked into one other house. Anna examined the woman holding the torso.
Yeah, I'd like to investigate her too. Might as well if we're coming back through.
Does she look familiar to the head, or what can we gain from her, Andrew?
Does she look familiar? No, you've never seen her in your life.
No, I mean, like,
is this a young woman?
Like,
yes, she's young.
Is there a family relationship between her face and the decapitated face of the boy?
No.
Is what Amy's trying to ask.
I think this is the young man's lover. I think she was unwilling to give this young man up to the giantess, and everyone suffered the consequences.
Can we gain anything from the way that she's holding him? Could that be plausible?
Give me people can either give me an inspiration or an observation roll you choose. And I shall roll observation for you, and that is noticeably better.
Yeah, thank you.
You are not very inspired.
I'm not. I'm just not. I'm just a bit lost, really.
I am mildly observant.
Taika sees everything.
Gosh, yes! The detective is in full flow. Look at that.
Well, you've all apart from Maud hasn't passed. Maud doesn't give a shit. This is her arms are. She's holding the torso tight, but her face. She is crying. She looks upset. There is a definite sense of protection. The general holding is definitely one of emotional attachment.
Let's fucking kill this giant.
Not much else for it, I don't think.
Have I had some common sense at last?
Well, because I don't see any way to do. Those were our only two choices. I don't see any way to appease her and redo the ritual at this point.
What is this temple made of? Is it stone?
I was literally about to ask that.
It's stone.
Is there a way we could make this topple on top of her?
It's the rafters are wood. So it's because it's a big structure and it's built. Remember, it's built into the mountain. So the back part of that inner chamber is in the mountain.
Oh, so those aren't windows?
But we can't burn this building down.
I want to fill this building with something, and then when she's in here asleep, we set a light to it and burn her alive.
Wait.
The shooting her idea? What was wrong with the
fire? Captain Herrick, didn't you say that the fire wasn't working down at the harbour?
Correct. That's right.
Then fire might not work.
Good point.
I liked the shooting her in the eyeball option that you.
My only worry is, will one shot be enough? How many will it take, and how many of us will she kill while she rampages?
Agreed.
Well, I like the idea of the captain going underneath the bed with two guns, and as soon as she lies down, he starts firing upwards.
That's if he hasn't frozen to death by the time she gets that close.
He's hiding under the bed, so she wouldn't notice him.
It is a deliberate.
Has the bed been slept in? Does she sleep in the bed?
Let's go check.
She might have made the bed.
The bed has been made perfectly. There is no obvious signs that it's been slept in, but it doesn't mean it hasn't been.
Any frosty residue?
Oh God.
No.
Okay.
Why does that sound so wrong?
Yeah.
Well, you were the guys that were doing the shipping her and the person. So the inner chamber, those aren't windows along the back wall. On the back curve of the inner chamber, what are those things in the wall there?
In the inner chamber.
Yeah, because they look kind of like windows from this place.
But if you look, they don't go all the way through. If you look at the main chamber, you can see the windows go all the way through. They very clearly, it's just part of the structure of the outside as it's built into the mountain.
So there's no way to look into the inner chamber from outside?
Nope.
Okay. Is there a way to look in from the? I assume those are windows in the throne room in the outer chamber.
There are windows, but they are high up. You won't be able to look at them from ground level.
Okay. And these are all pillars. The black things are all pillars. The black square.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Pure old style. I love it.
And there's no like chairs, like all these dead bodies were just like on the ground. There's no chairs or pews or anything.
No.
Okay.
No. This is a very ancient pagan temple. They didn't have places to sit.
Okay.
Returning to the Christian symbols, obviously there are none here, and we know that she's sensitive to them.
Do you think if we
Is there
put a whole bunch of Christian symbols and then set the place on fire?
or that she might be disabled enough by them for you to shoot her and or anything else?
Could work.
Might work. Try.
Because if she is essentially just a very, very large human person who is sensitive to Christian symbols
and has some magic,
yes, then the question is, what would we do if she were a human sorceress? We would want to incapacitate her so that she couldn't use her magic, so that we could execute her. Surely the same applies.
but then she can just be killed like a human.
Yes.
And we know that she's going to come here, so how do we kill her without letting ourselves die?
Indeed.
The Christian symbols are the only thing we have. They're the only thing we know that...
Well, I just dive myself behind one of the pillars and shoot her from behind it.
We'd have to resist that song very, very strongly.
If she takes the time to sing, I think if I'm being
By the
shot,
time she's
I'm not
here.
going to start singing.
I don't know. We've shot things that started and then they started singing.
Oh, that neck thing that wouldn't stop playing the violin.
That's true.
I was with mermaid.
Oh, that too.
Perhaps that's good enough. They said that she didn't take them because she couldn't see them. She couldn't see through the windows.
So
Wait then.
is there a way? It just feels so risky, Anna's going to drown. I feel like it's so...
Can we get back to the inn? I'm getting a bit cold and I wouldn't mind something to eat. I think a good meal.
Might sharpen our senses.
Hopefully they've got some beer.
I agree.
Are we at about lunchtime at this point?
I don't know about you, but I've not had anything to eat yet today.
Well, we still have hours till nightfall, so...
Yes, how many hours we have to plan? Good.
Not very many. Not this time of year.
No.
Okay, so we need to go back, eat something, plan, and then if we're coming back here to conceal ourselves, we need to do that before she sets out.
Right.
Yeah.
A good while before she goes to be on the safe side.
And it's going to turn, it's like, I just want to voice, everyone here's dead. Who are we saving by killing her? Is there a way we can just leave?
We can, but the captain's already made it clear he won't.
I have my orders.
Well,
What if somebody stumbles onto the island later? How do we explain this? Can you imagine going back to the police commissioner back in Bergen and saying, terribly sorry, it was a giant, we've left her there, but here we are, we saved the day in a way.
I can't even imagine going back to him and being like, oh yeah, I was a giant.
maybe we could get something that would help kill her more.
The commissioner said that he doesn't want to know what's going on. Just want it fixed.
He just wants it fixed. Is there anything in the supplies left down by the dock that could help us? Gunpowder? Anything like that?
No.
I mean,
didn't bring anything like that.
We had food. We had food for 3 months.
Well, that's something. So,
And I'd just like to point out at this moment, I don't know how we're going to get back.
No.
one problem at a time.
Yes.
Well, your brave captain friend over here has suggested that we turn tail and run, but we haven't got enough people to crew the ship.
I don't think she was necessarily suggesting we turn tail and run. We were simply exploring all the possibilities. Either way, shall we head back to the inn now while we still can?
Let's.
Yep.
Okay, so you head back to the inn, and the 5 others were there. I tell you what, I was wondering what was going on. You've been gone so long. We've only got probably another couple of hours at most before she returns.
God.
Alright. Everyone get something to eat, and let's think about this. If we've only got a couple more hours, is today or tonight the night we're going to try?
I
Do we hold up here for another night? Give ourselves a whole day of practice tomorrow and do it then?
We're running out of food is my worry, and I thought the eyes are cannibal.
I mean, to be fair, there is 3 months worth of frozen food down by the docks.
That's true. That's very true. But I don't know what.
Well, unless we had a plan to build a siege machine or something, like, I don't know what.
No, remember,
we would be
she
waiting
can just be killed like any human. So technically, a couple of shots, if we aim right, should do it. Especially if you go for the eyes, for example.
Poison.
What would we get her to eat?
Poison.
Does she have to eat it?
Yeah.
If she's going to sit on that throne or sleep on that bed, can we not poison something she will come into contact with?
Do you have some poison on you?
Yeah, who's got the poison?
Well, I mean, I have a wide and varied selection of herbs in my bag for all eventualities.
Enough to poison a giant?
I'm assuming that Julian might have something to contribute as well.
And it turns to Julian. Julian, do you still have any of the? When I wasn't sleeping, you made me stuff. Do you have any? Did you bring any of that with you for the voyage?
Sleeping draft?
I might have some, yes.
But still, how are we going to get her to drink it? Like, we can't just leave it there with a label that says "drink me" and hope that she does it.
No, I was going more for something dissolved through the skin, or
Okay.
Yeah.
or a poison blade, even just to give it the extra.
How potent is it? Is it something that we
We're
can...
trying to poison something bigger than a house. You're going to need a lot of poison to do that.
Maybe we should look at this more of a belt and braces approach. In
Like
that
shoot her.
and poison her.
That's pretty
And
much right, yes.
sort of festoon her with Christian symbols, so that all the things come together and we have the best possible chance of overpowering her or slowing her down, so that we can then shoot her. Or
Captain Henrik,
Yes.
were you ever in the whaling business?
I already asked him if he had harpoons.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, this ship is just an equipped transporter.
This ship might be. I was wondering if we could find something down in the docks. But no, we have no time to worry about that tonight.
This village won't have any whaling ships.
Or equipment.
So,
We shoot her.
the church, is there a way, is there chalk or something, can we draw on the walls, can we create Christian symbols that we can sort of then reveal and trap them inside the building and then sort of shoot her like a rat in a trap?
Why don't we could literally just draw some Christian symbols on the wall.
My worry is
but wouldn't that tip our hand before the ambush? Like if we go to the temple and draw a bunch of Christian symbols or put a big cross on her throne, like wouldn't that tip our hand that we're about to ambush her, that somebody's around?
Is there a way that we can put Christian symbols, like say on the back of the door, so it's not there until she's in and it's closed or something like that?
On the back of the throne, perhaps.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it presence to the symbol, or does she need to see it?
Right.
I mean, on the back of the throne is all well and good, but if you don't go behind the throne, then she won't see it.
No, it's a good point, Sebastian.
Put it on the wall. If we put it on the wall that's by the door, so when she enters, it's behind her. But when she turns to sit on the throne, then I'll be in front of her.
Like that.
Yeah, behind the curtain.
So who's going to stay up at the temple and lie in wait, ready to shoot her?
Why don't we all do
all
it?
of us.
All right.
Maud does not have a gun, but otherwise she'd be willing.
You can beat around the head with your quarterstaff.
That is my way.
What about Ghost?
I think this is my job. And I'm not sure that we should all risk ourselves.
That was my airing.
Well, to bring down a giant, it's probably going to require all of our bullets. And the more bullets we put into her, the quicker she will go down and not use ice powers on it.
That's kind of my thought too.
So is this it? Do we all just
risk
hide
it?
and stuff?
Well, are we doing this tonight,
Go for it.
or are we
Yeah.
with only a couple of hours to go? Are we doing this now, or are we doing it
Let's
tomorrow?
Let's eat. Make sure we've got enough bullets, and go straight back up.
Yeah, unless you have some sort of plan for like building earthworks or a catapult or something that we're going to do tomorrow, which I can't imagine exactly what we would use.
Yeah, I think
So
that's
what-
Other
what is
than
it that protects you? I'm going to turn to the lieutenant. What is it that protects you in this cabin? Is it literally just the fact that she can't see you?
that's what it seems like from what those guys said.
I'm not asking you, Henrik. I'm asking the lieutenant.
she just doesn't know we're here.
And so you don't get frozen because she doesn't know you're there.
That's right.
That's right. Think about it. The men down on the docks, they were killed because they would have been in plain sight. But the young woman and the child, they obviously starved to death. She didn't see them, didn't know they were there, and so they died differently. So if she doesn't know they're actually there, she's got to be able to see them. We should be all right.
Let's go hide in the church then.
Right, give me whatever food I can stuff in my pockets, Henrik style.
Oh, we're in a fucking cabin. And Anna would like to grab some bottles of things, of all the alcohol she can find as she's heading out the door.
Flammable alcohol.
Are you making a Molotov cocktail of some kind?
Partly, and some other ideas.
Like getting absolutely wasted.
Not tonight. Are you coming with me?
Okay, that's a plan. Molotov cocktails. Let's.
Okay. So you've all ready and you're heading up to the. You're going to head up to the temple.
I think we've literally got bits of food in our pockets and are sort of nomming on the way, it seems.
Fair enough. So.
Alright, so, Henrik,
with that, taken into account, it's time to stop.
Oh my god. Oh no.
That sounds like a fabulous place for us to finish.
I can practically hear Taika going, like cliffhangers.
Oh god. Oh god. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you see, next week you'll be back in person and you can have your camera on and you won't have to be doing it via phone. You can do all your dice rolling for when you die. I mean, when you deal with whatever you're doing. And it's brilliant, isn't it?
There's literally so few options open to us, though. It's horrific.
Oh my god, I hate this. I feel like we're all gonna die. Oh my god.
Well, it is a bit of let's be honest.
I narrowly escaped death early this evening. So.
I know, right?
Purely down to your poor connection.
Yeah. To be fair, I did have the decision to pull the captain indoors. I did do that, but I'm still torn. I'm still sad that they all died at the beach.
Yeah.
I still worry if Anna could have got there in time. She's quite fast at running.
You'll never know.
I know.
Now you have all those bodies.
You lived until the next episode.
I have enough corpses on our fucking hands. Jesus Christ. Oh. My God.
Right. Okay.
All right.
So
who's going to die next
people? Let's do end of session XP. So for those of you who are watching who aren't familiar with Vaesen, unlike in D&D and certain other games like that, you don't get XP for fighting people. You don't get XP for discovering things. You get XP based on questions that I ask at the end of every session, and it's very simple. So the questions are, there are 8 of them. First of all, did you participate in the session? Yes, you guys all did, so you get 1 XP. Did you confront any Vaesen? Not this time.
Yeah.
Confront, no. We didn't confront.
Did you identify a previously unknown Vaesen? Yes, you did.
Well, we haven't experienced giants before, but we do.
You have identified this one as a giant?
Yes.
Were you affected by your dark secret? So again, for people watching that aren't familiar with Vaesen, all of the characters have a dark secret from their past, which can have an effect on gameplay. And I'm very fortunate that all of these fabulous people around me are quite attached to their dark secrets, and they roleplay them quite nicely. And it has bearings on things that happen. So if any of you were affected by your dark secret, as usual, let me know. Send me a message, and I shall say yay or nay. Did you take risks to protect other people? No.
Anna
very nearly did.
Anna very nearly
did.
But
Anna very nearly died.
I think the XP.
Well, potato.
Indeed.
Sorry, what was that, Maud?
Just saying, I'm not sure that winning the extra XP would have been worth the death. That was
Correct. I agree.
Oh, you can give it to your next character.
Weights and balances. So we're still at 2. Obviously, the annals were done. So that's another one. Have you learned anything? Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you one for that. I would normally ask you what, but I think it's fairly obvious. Did you develop something in your headquarters? No. Did any of you perform an extraordinary action? No, not this time. So 4 XP for everyone.
Can you add mine?
Yes, I will. So again, for people watching, the way it works is there aren't levels in Vaesen. Your characters just develop. And so when you have 5 XP, you are able to increase one of your skills by a point, or you can gain what's called a talent, which is an ability. So basically, characters, just like in real life, you continue to learn and develop, and it's a much more of a gradual, natural progression rather than the leveling up that you get with a lot of games. So we got 4, and they need a minimum of 5. So I would imagine most of them are at a point where they could at least level up something at some point. So well done, people. Thank you all very much. Unless
is it all right to do the annals this week?
Yeah, no problem.
Unless anybody knows any reason why we shouldn't, I guess we shall see you all. Oh, I've not been recording this session. Oh, what a bummer. Never mind, I can download it from YouTube.
Just everybody say congrats to me and Tycho because it's our 2-year anniversary when we should do next.
Oh, congrats.
Indeed.
Cheers.
Well, that's not next Friday.
Yes, mate, it is the 11th. The 11th of April.
God, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes, mate.
I was thinking it was your birthday, but that's the following week.
That's the week after.
Yes. So session as normal next week because Tycho has arranged that you can go out and come back before we start. How romantic is that? So without further ado, I want to say thank you those out there who have watched us. Thank you for joining us, and we will.
Sorry for the tech issues.
Well, absolutely, we'll get there. And thank you everyone for watching, and we shall see you all next week. Same time, same place.